Olivia, Tim and Sandy, and of course Pablo. We're on the road in our 2004 self-built Mercedes Sprinter, currently completing the big lap. This week we have a mix of the unexpected and the spectacular lined up for you. We'll be running into some friendly locals, showing you the breathtaking beauty of the highest permanent single drop waterfall in Australia.
That is cool!
And, well, let's just say the weather has a few surprises for us at some of those famous Instagram hotspots.
So good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin.
Thank you.
Good morning. I think it's time to get up and make this bed, I think.
It's almost lunchtime.
It's not. It's not.
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So you join us today and we are in a free camp just outside of Ingham. It's a cane train siding, so you have a few cane trains come through here during the night, but they're not very noisy, and it was a very peaceful night. It's a little bit cloudy today, so it's not as beautiful as it normally is, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. What I'd like to do before I get going in the mornings is actually make sure I check the engine bay, just do the oil, water, make sure my fluids are all correct before we set off, because we're doing like hundreds of k's each day, and it can be a bit bad for the engine, I suppose, if we don't look after it. Also, I just check for anything that comes loose or anything, because we have been doing some corrugated roads recently and things just rattle themselves free. Sorry, I'm being eaten by a mosquito here. And for all those that aren't in the know, it's cane cutting season, and that stuff over there is sugarcane. They produce masses of sugarcane in northern Queensland. You see all these little trains going past all the time, tiny little things like this, absolutely loaded with sugarcane. They run on little tracks, not like real railway tracks, but they're still dangerous nonetheless, so you have to be careful. They're not too noisy at night, so that's really good, especially since we were parked right next to it.
There are so many mozzies out there this morning. I'm not really sure what to wear. We're going on a beautiful walk. We're around the Cairns area. We're not up to Cairns as yet. We've made up to the Cairns area, and then there are heaps and heaps of really cool walks and waterfalls around. But I'm going to wear long pants because we did see a snake yesterday, and I'll catch you up in a second of what we've been doing for the last few days. But let's get ready first. Pablo, how are you feeling about today, fella? He can't come with us a lot on walks because he's not allowed, but he's okay in the van. Alright, let me catch you up what we've been up to for the last few days. So last week, after we left you in Early Beach, and right after we recorded the ending of that video, we actually snapped the ignition key for the van. Yeah, not sure how that happened, but we're able to get back in because the bit of the key was still in the door. So put it in, clicked it open, is a problem, but we do have deadlocks around the van, so it wasn't too bad there. We were still safe. But $90 to get that ignition key replaced. 90, just because it has a chip. The other keys were only 10 bucks. So after there, we went to Bowen to see the Big Mango. If you don't know, we're following the Big Lap Bible, big things. So we're stopping it off for each big thing we can see. If we can get there, there's some things that we can't get to just yet, but we're ticking them off so far. So Big Mango it is. After there, we headed to a little town called Home Hill. Now, Home Hill is very RV friendly. They have one street at the back of the town where you can stay there for 2 days. So we stayed there and relaxed. We did some editing, caught up and did a bit of admin, you know, the water and all that sort of stuff, and just not travelled. Save a bit of money on fuel because fuel prices, as you know, pretty high. We then headed off to Townsville. Now, what a beautiful place Townsville is. When we got there, we went up to Castle Hill, which is a sort of a hill in the middle of Townsville, where you have a 360-degree view of the whole place, and I was really surprised how beautiful that place is. We went and had a little nice little walk along the esplanade. It was quite relaxing, especially after a long drive to get there. We're actually staying at a lot of free places at the moment, so we stayed at a truck stop after that. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It's probably one of the most relaxing sleeps we've had at that particular truck stop at the BP. Heaps and heaps of people turned up, but it was really quiet, and we're at a separate place from the truck, so it actually wasn't too loud at all. I quite enjoyed that one. So our goal is to try and stay for free or cheap, as cheaply as possible, because we're on a very tight budget. Traveling Australia is not cheap. So it brings us to where we are right now, which is Ingham. So Ingham is just almost into the Cairns, sort of Atherton, Tablelands region, just at the bottom there. And we went on a walk yesterday, which was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful weather. It was called Wallaman Falls. Now, I heard that we can swim in some rock pools there, so have a costume on. I'm not very good with cold water, if you don't know. So anyway, walk through, beautiful view. Basically, it's a whole heap of cascaded waterfalls down this rock face, and it was absolutely beautiful. You could see the rock pools where you could swim from there. And we went down there, and I actually did it. I went in, freezing cold as it was, and did my first wild swim. And I can recommend it. If you haven't done one of those before, guys, it actually makes you feel so invigorated and it gives you a bit of a spark and a bit of a jolt, and it was really cool. But what I didn't realise is on the way out, got another little heart jolt. We saw a snake. First wild snake for me. Well, first wild black snake for me on the track. I almost stepped on it. But the rule with snakes is if you see one, leave it alone, go around it. And it did. It just slithered off in its merry little way. So today we are heading to Wallaman Falls. Now this particular... Oh, there's a cane train. Look. There's a cane train. Sorry, I had to show you a cane train. We're staying in the middle of a cane field. Tonight, another free stop. So today we're heading to Wallaman Falls, as I was saying, and it is absolutely spectacular. People talk about it all the time. I've heard it's absolutely amazing. So let's go. We had a bit of trouble with our battery last night. We got down to 8%. 8%. So we had to run the engine for a little while. Oh. So we could get some more power. We're up to 15. We're up to 15 so far.
Yeah. We've been smashing it with Starlink and lots of other things, cooking and that. We haven't actually been. We didn't travel the other day, and we heated water and had showers and everything. So
nightmare.
Right. Here you go. Is it? Keep going. Keep going. Oh, look at this one. Tuffy. Come on. Come on. The girl said she responded well to clapping and then you said...
But look at this. That's the view, folks. Lovely. We haven't got to the falls yet, but that's just a lookout from where we are.
You can sort of make it out.
Beautiful.
It's very cloudy. It's nice being in clouds, but it's like, not much to show you guys.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pablo, you have to stay here, mate. You can't come. Busier than I thought.
Yeah, well, it is Saturday.
It's supposed to be spectacular. It's supposed to be majestic.
It's supposed to be the tallest one.
It's supposed to be the tallest, is it really?
Yeah, the tallest single.
Well, I'd love to have seen it, but
you can
now I
barely
just see cloud with a tiny little white stripe.
I think we'll go on the walk.
We'll go on the walk and see it from the bottom.
Hopefully it'll clear up by then. Just in case we don't see it, that's what it really looks like.
It is a very misty day, folks, but we'll try and bring you as much entertainment as possible.
Hey, I'll just send this side.
Oh,
It's a difficult walk. People have died here.
people have died? It actually says people have died here.
Heat stress and heart attacks. It's obviously a,
Oh,
it's obviously a
well,
steep track.
not today. We're in the middle of a cloud and I'm wearing a jacket because it's cold. So we may have to entertain you with our quick wit and
Personality.
kind of like, it's kind of creepy.
It's got a Silent Hill vibe about it.
Not sure if the camera actually shows this, but the hike is actually incredibly steep and slippery. And it's the only way down to check out this waterfall.
Steep and slippery stairs. Watch your ankle. Not literally, watch it.
It's turned very Jurassic Parky all of a sudden. Look at this, how thick that is. Wow.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I've got to be honest, the descent is way more challenging than I originally expected. I'm a little bit worried about the climb back up here. The trail is no joke. Afterward I realised that it was listed as a hard trek. I can already feel how tough it's going to be, but I'm trying not to think about it too much. As you know, we're on a pretty rocky, sort of precarious trail.
It's a rough track. It's definitely a rough track.
And we had a few people pass us. 2 were wearing Birkenstocks, 3 were wearing bright white shoes. I mean, I've been guilty of that in the past, but the Birkenstocks, man, you could do yourself some damage out here, slipping
and
over.
There's leeches.
There's leeches and all sorts. We have to stop at every few, 100 metres or so and just make sure we've got no leeches on us.
It's not like the place is writhing with them. It's wet and rainy today. So
it's a thing. They drop from the trees. They land on you, so you just have to check.
just like the drop bears.
Exactly like the drop bears. That waterfall actually sounds really ferocious. It actually sounds like we can hear the ocean in the background and those waves crashing. That's how loud.
Stormy day.
That's how loud it is. Crazy. But I can tell you for a fact that I'm not looking forward to going back up here. It's going to be a struggle. I can tell you that right now. I'm just focusing on getting to the waterfall safely and enjoying the view. Let's hope that this adventure is worth the effort it's going to take to get back up. That is cool.
Well, that's super impressive and exhilarating.
It is huge.
The spray and the wind coming off of this waterfall is just...
The water's actually coming off the water at the bottom and coming back up, and that's why we're getting wet.
Yeah.
How weird.
Drone killer territory, this one.
We're on our way back now. That was amazing, but we're absolutely getting soaked, so we're on our way back, and it's just going to be horrendous.
Long, steady, slow.
Yeah, we'll take our time. We might see at the top, but we'll
Shall
try.
we see? If Sandy's a brave girl, makes it all the way to the top, she gets donuts.
You'll never see me be fast enough. Love a good old donut.
And she's off. The lure of cinnamon donuts is too strong. They weren't wrong.
They were not wrong. Oh, so we're back at the top. We still can't see it, by the way, but we just read it's 269 meters. That is absolutely huge, and the depth of the water below that is 20 meters. But you wouldn't swim in there. You'd be certain
You get
death.
pummeled. It's restricted, so you're not
269
allowed.
meters. Wow.
Anyway, let's go and get some lunch.
Yeah. And this is what Pablo does every time he's happy. He chews his spoon. He says hello for a second, and then he ends up just chewing his spoon for the rest of the time and ignores you. Weird. Different traits, don't they? Animals? We are now... I'm not for sure if I enjoyed that walk or not on the way back. I was exhausted.
Yeah, it was very tough on the way back.
Yeah, very... It's rated as a hard walk, so... We don't often do hard ones, but I really wanted to see those falls. So we're headed to a little town called Cardwell. I don't know what to expect. I've never been there. It's just pinpointed on my map as somewhere that someone has suggested to go to. Well,
It's right by the sea.
let's give it a go. Wow, it's long.
Yeah.
It is fuel time, and no doubt the most expensive thing on our trip. 130.4. Wow, and there you have it. We are at the beach.
Didn't take long, did it?
It did not take long, especially for our viewers. Matter of seconds, in fact. Plan is to take this one for a wee walk.
1 hour later.
We're back from our walk. We're just going to go to our park up tonight now. It's 4:30 in the afternoon and we don't want to leave it too late. We've made that mistake once before. We've turned up late and we didn't know where we parked. So we're going there now to set up. It's just 15 minutes up the road. Oh, wow. Looks like a caravan park. How weird. We can find somewhere we're in, hey? Oh, look, it's got little cabana things. Oh, cool. Oh, well do. Speak to it. Oh, we're very leaning. We might need to put the blocks out.
We'll get the blocks out.
Right next to a train track, but that's not unusual, is it?
No, we're going to settle down for the evening and hopefully enjoy this place. And
Have
we
showers,
will see
we
you.
stink.
We're going to have a shower. See how we do smell. And we're not going to show you that. So we will see you in the morning.
Alright, off to Cardwell.
Yep.
Not sure what we're going to do there yet. Hopefully pools. Something doesn't sound secure, does it? Those strange noises coming from the back sometimes.
So this first couple of bounces, you know, ooh, what was that? What was
I know.
that?
We haven't had to run to the back like we used to, so we're getting better. We're getting better at this.
Yeah.
How remote is this? Alright, we are here. Apparently it is, what did you say it was? Some natural spa pools that
Natural
are
spa
very
pools.
blue.
Yeah, they're meant to be very blue.
Dogs are allowed, and it's in a state forest because... Now, what's the difference between a national park and a state forest? Because dogs are allowed in state forests and they're not allowed in national parks here. So I'm wondering, what is the difference?
Different rules for different things, I suppose. Well, we'll just have to Google that, won't we?
So of course I had to Google it. In Australia, state forests allow camping, logging and of course dogs, while national parks are all about conserving nature with stricter protections and limited access to certain areas. So let's go and check this out. I don't know if I want to get in because it's a bit cold, but we'll go have a look anyway.
So I've seen this on Instagram and there seems to be a bit of hype about it. So we'll just actually have a look and go out and check it out ourselves. It's not actually far. It's like 20 metres from the car park. She's already there. So let's go and have a look.
Well, that is pretty cool. But I don't know how cold this water is going to be. It's very blue, but the thing is, it's a grey day, so everything looks duller.
Yeah.
There's no one down here.
Looks a bit murky. But the colour on the camera looks really nice.
Does it?
Look.
Oh, it does too.
Yeah.
Well, there's real life.
Apparently it looks a lot bluer and a lot clearer than this when the sun's out. But we just happened to pick the worst day.
It's pretty cool. Like, I wouldn't get in, but there's Pablo out in there. It's got little seats in there and everything.
Yeah, it's a little bit man-made, eh?
That's not like natural, is it? It would definitely be nice on a sunny day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit nah.
Let's you know what we have to do? Tick off those big things, and there's a big boot at Tully.
Yeah, I think we should go and see that boot.
Let's go.
Although it may not be as pretty as it is on a hot sunny day, it's also very empty, which is the best thing. So we get to appreciate it even though it's not as pretty, but you don't get the crowds. And I believe this is a very popular place because it's free. You can bring dogs here, and a caravan's just rocked up as well. So, and when we turned up, there was 2 other vans left as well. So, very popular place. If you're in the area, come and have a swim. It looks really nice.
All right, Tully bound. All right, we have arrived in Tully, and oh, it looks like the big boot has got a fence around it. They're building something around it.
Yeah.
But there it is, guys.
Being refurbished.
The golden gumboot. What's the significance of the golden gumboot?
I don't know. There's a thing there. We'll read it.
Okay. Oh, look, there's a bakery. Oh. It's weird in these towns, especially the ones with mills, sugar mills. All you can smell is molasses. Although I actually don't mind the smell, to be honest.
It's not a bad smell.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's sweet, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not a bad smell. It's all you can smell around the little country town. Well, this is the high street of the old town of Tully. It looks like this is the only street. there are streets around as well, and there's a sugar mill on that side. But it looks like there's a walk and a viewpoint up on top of this hill here, but it might be a bit steep and wet to do that today. But yeah, we might get out and have a look at this boot and find out why there's a golden gumboot in Tully.
Yes.
The reason for the big gumboot is Tully is known as the wettest town in Australia, and they had some rainfall that flooded the town 7.9 metres high. So the gumboot is 7.9 metres to show how high the water was at that particular time. I think it was 1950. So that's the significance of the golden gumboot. We've just gone to the bakery, we've just got our food, and I want to find somewhere nice. It's turned out nice, eh?
Can't be beautiful every day.
It's supposed to be beautiful one day, perfect the next, is it?
I don't know.
We're off to Mission Beach, guys. Hopefully, it's nice.
It's still going to look beautiful.
It's still going to look beautiful,
even in the rain.
Normally, Mission Beach is bathed in sunshine, a tropical paradise where the warmth of the sun kisses your skin. But today, well, today is different. The sky is overcast, the wind is whipping through the palm trees. It's not just breezy, it's downright windy, and I dare say it's actually cold. It's a reminder though that even in paradise, Mother Nature likes to keep us on our toes. But hey, sometimes a change of pace isn't so bad. After all, it's days like this that make us appreciate the sunny ones even more. Look, I'm sure...
Look at your hair.
I'm sure... I can see it in the viewfinder. I'm sure Mission Beach is absolutely beautiful, but today, not so much.
I can confirm I've been here in sunnier times and it is an absolute stunning beach, and hopefully it's going to be sunny tomorrow and we will return. But that leaves us...
Then we'll have to leave you there this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed our walk earlier on this episode, and look, we will bring you more sun next week, I promise. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and...
always leave a comment. If you want a sticker, I'll give you a sticker. But always remember, just because the sun isn't shining doesn't mean it's not beautiful.
What? Well, it's true. It is beautiful. It's just very...
It's not as beautiful as you may like it, but it is still beautiful
It is
nonetheless.
beautiful. It is.
See you next week.
See you next week, guys.